Hey guys, this is Rick and welcome to What is Superflat? Had a friend of mine that I've known for a long time send me a message on this Flatcore, my latest Flatcore video, and asked me, well, hey, what's the deal with Superflat? He's new and he's actually playing with his daughter, which is awesome. And so I explained to him kind of what the Superflat was and why I play on the Flatcore server because it's interesting. And I got to thinking, there's probably a lot of people out there that don't really understand Superflat, or they see it but they don't really know what playing Superflat is. And I'm a long time Superflat player. I've been playing Superflat since I've been playing Minecraft, just because I enjoy the challenge of it. But I thought, I'll do a little video on it and just kind of give you a little overview of what Superflat is and see if it may be something that you would like to do. So to get a regular Superflat world, now you can customize Superflat worlds, but this is just going to be a simple regular old Superflat world, and then I might do a video on how to customize a Superflat world as well, because that's pretty interesting. But anyways, just to create a plain old Superflat world, just go into single player like you normally do, create new world, and we're going to call this Superflat. Now you want to go game mode is survival. You want to go into more world options, and here where it says world type, you want to change that to Superflat. Like as I said, you can customize this as well, but we're not going to do this. Now on a Superflat world, I think, especially if you're first starting out, turning on the bonus chest will help you a little bit. You're going to get a few items to get you started, and that's, I think, perfectly acceptable on a Superflat world. And the reason for that is Superflat worlds are a lot more difficult than they are than regular worlds, and you'll see why when we get over there. So you could put in a seed here if you want. I think I've had a seed. Let me look in here. Did I have a seed? I thought I had a pretty good seed around here somewhere. But you could Google Superflat seeds. Yeah, I don't have it handy at the moment. I'm looking at my notes here. There, you can get different seeds that put you in, like, close to villages and such, which kind of helps you get started. But otherwise, you just put in a seed there if you want. Otherwise, you just hit create new world. And there we are. Now, it's called Superflat for one reason, and that is it's flat. It's extremely flat. There is there's a village right there. We got a good spawn. There is nothing here. Oh wow, this is a real good spawn. Here, let's see what the seed is, because this is actually really nice. Got a bunch of horses. Okay, there's the seed. So pause the video if you want to use that seed. This is pretty decent. We've got horses, cows, slimes, of course. See, that's the problem with Superflat, and that's one of the challenges, is you have these slime guys all over the place. So let's head on over to this village and take a look around, and we'll talk about this a little bit more. I want to get out of these slimes. I might want to, actually, you know what, I'm going to switch it over to peaceful here, just for the time being, just so I can talk to you guys without all those slimes being all over the place. Okay, so this is our spawn area here. Now I have found it, if you don't spawn next to a village, I have found that it's helpful to the villages are pretty much what you need to go, and generally speaking, there's probably going to be a village pretty close to your spawn. And if at all possible, you want to hang around spawn, because that's where all the new animals are going to spawn, like what we have here. But the villages are critical for a Superflat world, and basically you want to find a village to kind of make your base. And what I normally do is I head in a northerly direction from spawn if there's no villages close by. So, see, that's south. See, I normally head north, which would be in this direction here. So, as you can see, or you could go south, either one. But I have found that from spawn, if you go south or north, you would generally run into a village really quickly. You're really close to it, but you know, depending on your render distance. So, okay, so Superflat world. Here's the main thing about a Superflat world. And the reason it's called Superflat is it is flat. I don't have a shovel, do I? Okay, there you go. You have 1, 2, 3. Well, you have, let's see. Get here. We'll get a good cross section. You have a grass block and 2 dirt blocks. So that's it. That's all you have. There are no ores. It's just all dirt. So right off the bat, you've got a challenge that you have to deal with, and that is the fact that you have no ores in the ground. So what you have to find basically are these villages, and these villages are going to be your lifeblood. Villages and villagers are going to be the lifeblood of your Superflat experience. Villages offer you a lot of resources, really. You have wood that you can get you started. You have food, which is critical. You have stone here, which is critical. I mean, you can cannibalize these villages. Now, if you want to make it your base, then you might not want to cannibalize everything because you want to keep your villagers around. But what you want to look for, and the main thing that you want to keep your eye out on these villages is these right here, blacksmith shops, because these are going to contain resources that you're not going to be able to get anywhere else. And so we have iron here, we have an iron pickaxe, which is good, and saplings. This is the thing that you need to get started with the game's oak saplings, and you will find those in villages. Why do you need oak saplings? Because as you can see, there are no trees whatsoever. So the first order of business is to find yourself some saplings and get those things planted and get yourself a tree farm going. Okay? Once you do that, you have a renewable source of wood, because wood and stone are going to be your 2 biggest things that you have on a Superflat world. Here's your food. That'll get you started, and of course you can always make more. There's animals over there. For instance, there's we have horses here at spawn, which is great. Again, though, you're going to have to go searching for villages in order to find a saddle. This one didn't have a saddle in there. Sometimes you're lucky and you'll get a saddle right off a spawn village, but you don't. And we're extremely low. As you saw, there was bedrock down below. So we are at Y4. Now you don't see the void fog because there is no void fog on the Superflat worlds. So, but let's go around this way. But you also have these libraries which will give you the books. Now there's no, on a normal Superflat world, there are no reeds and that kind of stuff, so you're not going to be able to make paper. So villages are going to be the places that you basically get all your resources from. But I forgot to show you one more thing about the blacksmith, and that is it gives you a very critical and vital resource, and that is lava. So once you get some iron, once you get it, I only have 2. Once you get enough iron, make yourself a bucket. Once you get a bucket, you can capture this lava. Capture the lava, capture the water, and you've got yourself a cobblestone generator. That's the other critical piece of equipment that you need to have. Tree farm and a cobblestone generator. Those are the 2 things you're going to need, because this is what you're gonna for building materials and tools and everything else. That's basically what you're going to need. Now, once you get to the point where you're kind of self-sufficient, you know, of course, you can always trade with these guys. Oh, that's a decent trade there. You get glowstone, books. This guy can give you paper. You can get food or tools. Villager. Get tools from these guys, and yeah, I'm actually in 1.7.10, So you probably want to load up the snapshot. I'm just not loading up the snapshot because it's a little bit laggy. Oh, look at this, another blacksmith shop. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, you can have up to two blacksmith shops in a village, which is really nice. And here's the other critical resource that you'll need to find: obsidian. You can find obsidian. Of course, you can make obsidian once you get diamonds, but you know, diamonds are going to be in these chests as well, so you're going to have to go searching for them. But once you get once you get some diamonds and stuff, you can make obsidian. You'll just have to collect enough lava from the blacksmith shop to make enough obsidian blocks to get you to the portal, and that's what get you to the nether, and that's what the obsidian will do, and that'll offer a ton of resources for you as well. So why even play on this? Well, as you can see from just a little bit that I've talked about, that this is a challenging game mode. You will never reach a point in this game where you have too much. Never. In this game mode, because I mean, yes, you can build an iron golem farm here. You know, with these villagers, you'll be able to breed them. You can build an iron golem farm, so you could have an infinite amount of iron, basically. And you know, you could go from the Stone Age to the Iron Age, but you're never gonna make a diamond generator or an emerald generator or a saddle generator. You know, those are the type of things you're going to have to go look for. And that's basically what you do, is you set up your base somewhere in a village, preferably. You don't have to, but it's easier that way. And then you go out and you explore. And that's what I like about the Superflat, is it requires exploration. It requires going out and exploring the world. I mean, it's a necessity. Because what direction am I going in? Yeah, I'm going south. Okay. It's a necessity because you don't have any resources in the ground, so you're going to have to go out and explore. You're not going to deal with villagers. You're going to have to be creative in what you do and in how you build your world, and that's the fun. I think personally, that's the challenge of Superflat. Now on the flat core server, it's a server, so you've got other people that you can interact with. For example, you know, my friend Danny, whoever, I can go up and buy some iron from him. He'd just give it to me if it was up to him, just because he's a decent guy. But you know, I buy him. I spend emeralds to do it. So you know, I believe in supporting my fellow server members, and so you have other people to play on. But if you're going to play on a single player world like I am here, then you know, you have to basically just go out and explore, and it can be somewhat tedious. You know, I mean, let's face it, you're just running around from spot to spot in a lot of cases, but it's also wonderfully challenging. You know, the mobs spawn like crazy here. We'll go back to hard here. It's getting dark, and we'll just watch the mobs spawn, because they spawn like nobody's business here. And that's one thing the Superflat world offers, is you can build mob spawners that just work like you've never seen before. Because there are no caves. You know, you're at level 4. There are no caves under here, so it's not like you have to light up anything. It's already lit up for you. Look at all this guy. Look at these guys. They're just everywhere. So I mean, you can build a mob farm to beat all mob farms. And of course, it's extremely dangerous, and I'm probably going to die here. So yeah, this is the Superflat world. This is why I like to play it. It's challenging. It's fun. You have to be extremely creative. You have to be very resourceful. You basically never get to the point where, you know, you can say, okay, I've got everything. I've got so many diamonds, I can never use them all. You know, I've got so many things, I can never use them. It just, you know what? That never happens on the Superflat world. So there you have it. What is a Superflat world, and a little bit about why I like to play on the Superflat world. So, yeah, here they come. Jerks, jerks, jerks. Yeah, there's very little place to hide on a Superflat world, that's for sure. So, there you go. Superflat world. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you again next time. Goodbye.